Good afternoon, my dolly friends. It is Gina. Welcome to Little Midwest Reborns and Dolls. This is going to be a long video, guys, so grab a cup of coffee or grab a little snack because I am coming on today and I know you're thinking, "What? Another video already from Gina?" Yes, another video already from Gina. And part of the reason I'm coming on is because simply from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to thank all of my viewers who have stuck with me, who watch my channel on a regular basis, and who without you, I wouldn't have had a channel. The other reason I am coming on is simply because I have noticed I have quite a few new subscribers over the last several months. A lot more people are subscribing, and I am so grateful, so thrilled, and feel so privileged to have earned new subscribers. So I just wanted to come on and thank you all and let you know that I appreciate you. And because I do have some new subscribers and maybe some older ones who don't remember or don't even know these things, I thought maybe I'd come on and just talk a little bit about myself, about my dolls in my collection, why I have what I have, and other things that I collect. So, here we go, guys. I'm going to first introduce you to the babies that you see sitting on the chair. Now, I often film in this room, which is my office here in my condo, or I film in the kitchen. More likely in the kitchen, but I do get good daylight in here. So, and the sun's not coming in, but I am getting natural light. So I thought, hey, this is a good day. And I have multiple babies to share with you today. So I am going to start with on the left of your screen. When you're looking at it on the left of your screen, I am going to start with my first doll that is shown, and that is the Vivian by Sandy Faber. She is an open edition. I named her Stephanie Renee after my grown adult daughter, who is, this baby reminded me. The reason that she's in my collection is my daughter was always a happy baby. And that's what drew me to this doll, was that smile. Does she look like my daughter when my daughter was a baby? No, but it doesn't matter. She reminds me of her with that smile and being happy all the time. Now, as I stated, this was the Vivian, and let me tell you a little bit about her. When I first got this doll, she was a cuddle baby. She was done by Sherry Hawkins over at So Lovely Creations by Sherry. And this doll, and I'll show you if I can get it so it'll show. It's So Lovely Creations by Sherry. And there's her Facebook. And if you want to look her up, she is on Facebook. And she made that doll, and it came as a cuddle baby. Now, come to find out, guys, I don't care for cuddle babies. I've tried 3 in 3 different sizes and different body types. I had the regular, like, Bountiful Baby body type. I think I had a McPherson's. I don't know for sure about the McPherson's, but I know I had another body type. And then I had the Reggie Ann. And I thought for sure I'd like the Reggie Ann because it was so much more posable. Long story short, no, I didn't care for the doll. So, my Stephanie Renee that is in my collection actually has the Vivian head, but her arms and legs were done by Misty Terry over at Kits to Cradles Nursery. And it actually had the Avelee, I think it's Avelee head, and then the limbs. And I purchased it directly from Misty over at Kits to Cradles Nursery, which you can find her website. It's www.kits2cradles Reborn Nursery or at .com. It's her website. and it's with a K. It's Kits and Cradles are all with a K, and it's by Misty Terry. You can also find her on Reborns as well as her website. But at any rate, so that's kind of a hybrid I did on my own. And the original head that came with those limbs that my Stephanie has is actually, I changed heads on the Avely and the Vivian. And I put the Vivian head on the Avely's body and put the Avely head on the Cuddle body. And Josie at Josie's Jungle Room purchased the Avely from me, and she has named her Gina. So if you want to see the doll, you can go and ask Josie. And so I kind of made my own hybrid. I mean, I own the dolls; they're mine. Once they're ours, we can do what we want. So I did do that, and Josie knew about it. She was aware when she bought the doll from me. So then next two, so that's enough about that. So the next two, Stephanie, is first edition Henry. There's the COA, first edition. This is an Andrea Arcello. He is the little prince. He is number 280 of the first edition. The thing of it is I don't have the paperwork that tells me how many were in the first edition, but I can tell you he was done by Andrea Arcello, and he is in my nursery. This Prince Henry is my Michael. He represents my living grown son, Michael. And my Michael was always curious about things, always kind of had a little bit of a smile, and always searching and looking, and that doll just reminds me of my Michael. And he was done by Donna Rich over at Aunt Daisy's Nursery, and you can find Donna on reborns.com. Now, next to Michael is one of my babies that has a recent name change. I used to call him Logan Robert when I first got him, and I have changed his name. And I changed his name to Richard Joseph III. He is named after my firstborn grandson, whose nickname is Trip because his grandpa and his daddy, and now him, are all a Richard Joseph III. 3 being, anything in threes is triplets. So they call him Trip, Tripp. And so little Trip is sitting there, and he was done by Anna Lane over at Nana's Precious Reborns. You can find him, and there was no COA. If you want any information on him, go to reborns.com and look up Anna's Precious Reborns. He was the doll she did and called Tag, Tagg. This was done like in 2021, so you have to sort through to look and find him. And it says which head she used, and it says that he was a hybrid, so he didn't come with the 3/4 limbs that came with that particular kit. And it was from Bountiful Baby, and I can no longer find the Bountiful Baby kit on their site, so they may have quit making him. But anyway, this is my little Trip, who my grandson was actually born 6 weeks early and was about the size of that particular doll. I believe the doll is 3 pounds and 9 ounces, and my grandson was 10 pounds and 4 ounces. So, and the length of the doll is about 15 inches, and my grandson was like 15 inches, 16 inches, something like that. Anyway, that is why that baby is named Trip now, and I have bonded more with him since I've had him. And then next to Trip, sitting there, is the limited edition Hyla sculpt. Now, she was actually sculpted by Georgia Pickett, And she's from Pickett'sPlaypens.com. She is a limited edition. She is number 258 out of 550. She was reborn, painted, brought to life, however you want to say, I say reborn, by Melissa O'Neill over at Handcrafted Babies. And you will find Melissa on, there's a certificate of authenticity. You will find Melissa on reborns.com, and she is out of England. And when I got this baby, she totally reminded me of my precious granddaughter, who is Trip's little sister. And so her name is Francesca Grace, which is she is the namesake for my little granddaughter. Now, we are going to go down. There's more babies, guys. Let's see if I can't do this. There we go. Okay, guys. Just a little bit more up. Yeah. Maybe I'll back up a bit. Okay. There you go. Now, sitting in front of you, all the way to the left of your screen, in an outfit that my daughter used to wear when she was a baby, is the Ellie sculpt. And Ellie, I didn't change the sculpt's name. I have kept her name as Ellie. And I bought her from Anne over at Dolls in the Cradle. And here's the COA. She is a limited edition. She is number 103 out of 2,950. There's some pictures of prototypes, but she was painted by Melissa O'Neill at Handcrafted Babies. And she is absolutely adorable. She reminds me of like a 6-month-old baby. The clothes she wears are 3 to 6 months. That little outfit is a 3 to 6 month. And I absolutely, positively adore her. And she is my second Melissa O'Neill baby in my collection. Now, next to Ellie is a little preemie guy, and he's wearing the little elephant like onesie t-shirt, and he is the sold out limited edition Elijah. And here he is. There's my COA. He was hand sculpted by Joanna Kasmerzak-Pika. He is number 1209 out of 2,600. And he is, and here are some of the prototypes. And he is a limited edition. I just adore that baby. And I have named him Sterling Alexander. So that is my Sterling. He was done by Samantha at Samantha's Royal Nursery. You can find her on reborns.com. Then next to precious little Sterling is Ava Joy. Now, she's a very limited edition kit. I don't know that she's sold out yet, but she is a first edition of only 200 kits. She was sculpted by Ann Timmerman. She was reborn by Donna Rich over at, there's nothing on the back, so there's a certificate. Ava Joy, and that is what I have kept her name. I have kept her sculpt name, Ava Joy. And she was also reborn and brought to life by Donna Rich over at Aunt Daisy's Nursery. And I love her little smile. I love the way her hair is painted. As I said, she's only number 9. She's kit number 19 out of 200. So, yeah, she's pretty special. Then, in the little flowered light blue sleeper there, kind of looking off to the side with her head kind of cocked to the side, is my precious Hope. Now, Hope is actually a limited edition Huxley. And she is number 1495 out of 1500. And she was sculpted by Andrea Arcello. She is the Huxley sculpt. As it says, limited edition. I even have Andrea's signature. I don't know if you can, but anyway, that is my Huxley, and I have named her Hope. And Huxley was reborn and brought to life by Misty Terry over at Kits to Cradles Nursery. And you can find Misty on reborns.com. You can also go to her website, which is, here, I'll show you her card. That will show you. There. Kits to Cradles, www.kitstocradlesnursery.com. You can also find Misty on reborns.com as well. And here's the front of her card. So, yeah. So my little Hope was done by Misty. Then laying down, sleeping soundly, is a Levi. He is a second edition, and he was sculpted by Bonnie Brown. Here's his COA. All rights are reserved by Bonnie Brown Dolls. But anyway, there him is, and he's laying there, and him's my sleepy boy, and he is a little towhead. And the reason I love him is because of how translucent his skin is, the little rootiness of the cheeks. I just love him. My husband, baby pictures, towhead, very, very fair. Yeah, just reminds me of baby pictures of beloved family members. So, and that is my Levi, but I call him, his name is Nicholas Parker. He's one of the first, he was one of the first babies in my nursery. You know, I don't remember in exact order which dolls I got, but I know for sure that Precious Trip was my very first reborn. And I know that the last doll that I added to my collection was Ellie. So, and I have to say, I'm very, very content with my collection. Even when I go on reborns.com, and even when my favorite artists post a new baby, I tend to just feel very satisfied with what I've got. Now, these are not all the dolls in my collection. As you can see, I have 9 babies here total. But I have more than 9. In my lifelike and reborn doll collection, I have a total of 16 dolls. 3 are manufactured. 2 of them are are my identical twins, and they are the Louisa sculpt from Ashton Drake Galleries, and they are masterpiece dolls. They are 31 inches tall. I don't have them in here today. Today I'm just featuring my most favorite reborns and probably the dolls you will see starring in my on my channel the most often. These are the babies you will see over and over and over. The others are more display dolls. I love them. I am not giving them up. And occasionally I will show them. So there may be a Meet the Dolls where I show the other babies some other time. But I have 3 manufactured and I have 13 reborn dolls. So, and there are these 9 that I really, really love, and they're like my favorites. So that's why they will be shown more often. As you know, my channel name is Little Midwest Reborns and Dolls. I do live in the Midwest. I am a huge Laura Ingalls Wilder fan. She is the author of all the Little House books. So, and I have a plethora of information all about Laura Ingalls Wilder and her family, because they were a real living honest family. And what I loved most about them is they were pioneers, and there were all girls, and I came from a family of all girls myself. So I just thought that was really cool when I was a kid, and I still think it's kind of cool, and I love the stories. And at any rate, so what other types of dolls do I collect? Well, I collect manufactured dolls. I went down the rabbit hole of collecting Barbies again, although I don't have a ton, and I think I'm complete with my Barbies. I don't know if there's any more that I really, really want. If I find one, not to say I won't pick it up, but at this point, I think my Barbie doll collection is complete. My other love, guys, is baby dolls. When I was a little girl, when I started collecting, I used to look through the Sears catalog at Christmas and the JCPenney catalog, and, you know, I would go to the baby section in those catalogs, not to see the baby clothes, but to look at all the pretty babies modeling the clothes, because I loved babies. So I've always had a love for baby dolls. To me, reborns are the ultimate baby doll because of the realism, how real they actually look. All the different expressions on their faces, the painting, the artwork, I just love all that. So anyway, I also have collected some dolls from my childhood where the actual dolls in my possession. 2 are. The others are not. They are just replacement dolls for my most favorite baby dolls that I had as a little girl. Like I said, I have Barbies, and I have a few Blythe dolls. My Blythe dolls did come from the AliExpress Blythe, so they're not your Kenners or your Hasbros or, oh gosh, I think Ashton Drake had made some for a while. I think there was a Hasbro one. I don't remember all of them, but I have a few, and that collection is complete. And as time goes on, I will show different collections of my dolls on my channel. Just like I don't have all of my manufactured dolls out and in here right now. I just have the 9 that I absolutely adore. Perhaps you'd like to look back up at the other babies for a little bit while I continue to talk. There we go. So, yeah. And so those are the things I collect. Barbies, Blythe dolls, vintage childhood baby dolls. My childhood baby doll collection, there's one more doll that I'm lacking because I'm only looking for my most favorite ones. I don't have enough room to have all the dolls that I'd love to have. But at any rate, I just wanted to show you currently what I have, who's in my collection. And I am very silly. I have a very silly sense of humor. I usually like to tell a joke on my videos. And, that's really and truly about it, guys. I mean, like I said, I collect, and someday I will get out like just my Barbies, and someday I will get out just my childhood dolls, and someday I'll get out just the Blythes, and I'll let you see those. Oh, I also have a ragdoll collection. I forgot to talk about that. Now, some people call them stuffed dolls now. I still call them a rag doll after the Raggedy Anns that were made, and they're just a stuffed plush doll. But I have a collection of those too. That is pretty much complete, unless I find one on a vacation or there's something ones that's just really special to me for one reason or another. Then I will maybe pick one up. But at this point, yeah, my ragdoll collection is complete too. I'm a collector of things. I also collected, I love plushies, or stuffed animals, as I always called them. I know everybody calls them plushies now, but I still call them stuffed animals. Bunnies and bears are my favorite, although I have others. And I'm collecting Charlie bears. I collected Precious Moments figurines, teapots, Boyd's bear, the figurines, as they call them, the bear stones. I have a couple of plushy, small Boyd's bears. Yeah, so I guess I'm just a collector of things. And that's about it, really and truly. So here's the joke for the day, guys. You ready? Because I almost always tell a joke. How did I know my girlfriend thought I was invading her privacy? She wrote about it in her diary. Okay, guys. That's it for today. I have bored you probably to tears, but to all of you who tuned in and who've stayed this long, I appreciate you and I thank you. And Stephanie, Michael, Trip, and Francesca say goodbye, everyone. We love you. And Ellie, Sterling, Ava, Hope, and Nicholas also say goodbye, everyone. We love you, and always remember, no matter what you're going through, God loves you, and He's always there for you. Bye, my dolly friends.